Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into 5 powerful verses about God's promises and protection. Life can feel overwhelming at times, but these scriptures remind us that God is always with us, fighting for us, and providing everything we need. Let's get into it. Deuteronomy 31:6. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. This verse is a powerful call to courage in the face of fear. Life is full of unknowns and challenges that can make us feel overwhelmed, but God's promise here is clear. He is with us. We don't have to rely on our own strength because the Creator of the universe is walking beside us. His presence is our confidence, and His faithfulness is our assurance. No matter how big the obstacle or how fierce the opposition, we can stand firm because God will never abandon us. So, whatever you're facing today, whether it's a difficult decision, a season of uncertainty, or a battle that feels too big, remember this truth: you are not alone. God is with you, and His presence is greater than any fear. Let His promise fill you with strength and courage. Step forward in faith, knowing that He will never leave you nor forsake you. Psalm 91:2. Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I trust. This passage paints a beautiful picture of God's protection. When we choose to dwell in His presence, we find rest and safety. The world can feel chaotic and overwhelming, but in God we have a place of peace. He is our refuge, a safe haven where we can run when life gets tough. He is our fortress, a stronghold that cannot be shaken. When we trust in Him, we can live with confidence, knowing that we are secure in His care. Are you feeling weary or anxious? Run to God. Make Him your dwelling place. Spend time in His presence and let His peace fill your heart. Declare today, just as the psalmist did, that He is your refuge and your fortress. Trust in Him, and you will find rest for your soul. Isaiah 54:17. No weapon forged against you will prevail, and you will refute every tongue that accuses you. This verse is a bold declaration of God's protection over your life. No matter what the enemy tries to throw at you, whether it's lies, attacks, or opposition, it will not succeed. God is your defender, and His promises are your shield. When accusations come, He will give you the words to refute them. When battles arise, He will fight for you. You are covered by His power and authority. So stand tall today, knowing that no weapon formed against you will prosper. The enemy may try to intimidate you, but he cannot defeat you because God is on your side. Walk in the confidence of this promise and trust that God is working all things for your good. 2 Corinthians 12:9. But He said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. This verse is a reminder that God's grace is more than enough to carry us through every challenge. When we feel weak, inadequate, or overwhelmed, His strength shines brightest. Our weaknesses are not a hindrance to God's plan. They are an opportunity for His power to be displayed. Instead of relying on our own abilities, we can lean on His limitless grace. Are you feeling weak today? That's okay. God's grace is sufficient for you. Surrender your struggles to Him and let His power work through you. When you feel like you can't go on, remember that His strength is made perfect in your weakness. Trust in His grace and watch Him move in miraculous ways. Nahum 1:7. The Lord is good, a refuge in times of trouble. He cares for those who trust in Him. This verse is a beautiful reminder of God's goodness and care. Even in the midst of trouble, He is our safe place. His goodness doesn't change based on our circumstances. He is always good, always faithful, and always loving. When we trust in Him, we can rest assured that He will take care of us. No matter what you're going through, God sees you, and He cares deeply for you. If you're in a season of trouble, run to God. He is your refuge, and His goodness will sustain you. Trust in His care and let His love surround you. You are not forgotten, and you are not alone. He is with you, and He is working all things for your good. These 5 verses remind us that God's promises are unshakable, and His protection is unwavering. No matter what you're facing, He is with you, fighting for you, and providing for you. If this encouraged you today, hit the like button, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Let's walk in God's promises together.